touch mine.
What's up guys, Jovany Miguel here bringing another video, and today I'm going to be commentating over this gameplay that you guys see right here in the background, and I'm going to be explaining why I haven't been uploading it in a few weeks or in a month. Well, let's get right into the video. So the first reason I haven't been uploading is because I've been really busy taking care of my newborn son since he was barely born on October. Taking simple growing up stuff, I guess. I mean, it happens. And secondly, I was working for a while at McDonald's. Later on in the video, I'm gonna explain what happened, how I got hired, and how everything happened. But that's another reason. Reason number 3, I was just really not having fun anymore because my videos weren't doing as good as they should have, as I thought they should have. I mean, I had many times on this stupid Grin app that people fucking rated them bad, or I didn't get enough views as I would have liked. And that's another reason, I guess, or an excuse. An excuse I could say is I feel like I don't have all the equipment I need, but I know that's not an excuse because people make great quality videos on a potato and they don't have money. But I'm building up to that. I'm gonna try to get another job and see what I can do, because I'm trying to get a better computer and more editing software, better than Windows Movie Maker. And I'm trying to get a subscription to Adobe Photoshop because that would be nice, so I can make thumbnails, because I don't know what to make thumbnails on. I make them on my phone and then I just put them on there. So yeah, now let's get to my experience working at McDonald's. So for 3 weeks, I worked there for 3 weeks. I almost worked the whole month, but I fortunately got fired for, I don't know. I just got fired for, I'll give you the reasons, but I got fired. That's all for now. So how it all started, I was just job searching, because I felt like I really needed to get a job to help my parents out with rent and for my baby, because I really needed to support my family since I dropped out of school and everything just happened because I still have depression and anxiety and supposedly bipolar disorder, and that really affected my life, and I had to go job searching because of those reasons, because I dropped out of school. And I don't say I regret that, because it's just whatever, it happens, right? It's just a new chapter in my life, and I just had to go with it. Shit happens. There's a lot of people that don't finish high school and they turn out to be successful. So it was a big gap there, but I took the leap of faith, and I think it was okay. And I think if I find another job, I think I'll be okay. I think I know how to hold down a job now after getting fired from the last one. So how it was when I filled the application. At first, since I have anxiety and depression, it was pretty nerve-wracking. It really sucked ass, like it really did, because I'm not antisocial, but I really don't like talking to people I don't know, or like being around a lot of people I don't know. So it was pretty hard knowing that I was going to go to a place with people I didn't know at all. I was going to have to make friendships to even work there, because if you don't have no friendships or you don't talk to people, how are you even going to communicate and get the job done? So there was a lot of crazy questions on the application when I filled it out. I was pretty kind of dumb, but I guess I get them. Later on, I explained what happened and why I got fired. The next day, it took a few days, but then I got called and I had to go for orientation. So I got there, I was waiting, had to wait for the manager to get out, and when she had time, and we had to wait for everybody to get there. And then once everybody was there, they sat us down on the tables, started giving us the paperwork, and we just had to fill it out. But after filling it out, I was just sat there. It was just me and her. And she told me if I was ready to get this job. And I said, yeah. And she told me, do you have the uniform? And I said, no, but I'm going to go get it today. And I should be ready tomorrow with it. And she's like, all right. So then when you got the uniform, just call this number. Basically call in saying that I have the uniform and that I could start that same day. So then I did. And then so it comes to be tomorrow, and I call in and they wouldn't answer. They didn't answer. I tried again and I tried and they wouldn't answer at all. So I was like freaking out. I was worried, like, bro, it's almost time for me to go there and they haven't answered. So then I call one more time and they finally answered. So I go in, get dropped. I walk over there and I get in there and I just stand by the cashier until she wasn't busy. And then I told her I'm here for training. And then when the manager had time again, when she wasn't busy, they took me in. It didn't take a long time. I went in, they took me to the back room and they just sat me down. I thought I was gonna train, but like they were gonna train me, but they sit you down basically and you watch videos for 4 hours or 5. I took like 5 hours because you watch too many videos and it's just, I would have finished later, but I just skipped some videos because, fuck that shit. That's too much. But yeah, all you do when on your first day is watch videos, training videos, which they're not even training videos. They freaking suck for crap. Alright, next, how the first few days were. The first day after orientation, my first official day working, I got there and I worked fries. They trained me on the fries, and that's basically what I did for the rest of the day. I only worked 4 hours, so I was there. First I got trained. They had to look for somebody to train me. Once they found them, he started training me. I got the hang of it pretty quick. It was pretty easy. So then, since they saw I was doing good, they left me by myself there, working in by myself. I think I did a pretty good job since they left me by myself. And that's all for the first day. I just worked 4 hours doing fries, and it was freaking fun. So I thought to myself, this is a freaking fun-ass job, I think this is the job for me. But it turns out I was wrong. So then after being trained in fries, they switched me to working in the kitchen doing the grill. And I was freaking nervous because people were telling me like that when I got there that they have burned themselves, to be careful. And I just didn't want to burn myself. My anxiety started pumping. I was just like, damn, bro, what if I, just think stupid thoughts. But luckily I never got burned, so that was good. So one of the days that I was working, I got trained in the kitchen first on the grill, but after that, when I started working like just normally on the kitchen, like on the grill, so it's not the boss, but the lady that runs right there, the grill, basically the kitchen area, she started just one day. I was doing pretty good because I was already good at it since I got trained. She just started yelling at me for like the stupidest reason, like just trying to put me down, I guess, in a way. It was just pretty stupid. I felt like, telling her off or saying some shit or just quitting that day because it was just some bullshit what she was yelling at me over. And, I really get pissed off when people yell at me for no fucking reason or like I get in trouble for something I did not do. So basically she was mad because I wasn't doing the burgers fast enough, which in my opinion, I was doing them pretty fast, how they trained me. If I wasn't doing it fast enough like she wanted to, that's why she should have trained me, but okay. So I was doing them exactly how they trained me, and I tried to do them faster, but you get burned if you do that. But I still did it, and luckily I did not get burned, but yep, she yelled at me and I felt like quitting that day, but gotta do it for my son, so I kept on going. Like, that's no excuse. So I just calmed myself down and I just kept working for the rest of the day. And once I got home, I just let it all out because it was just too much for me, I guess, since it's like my first job, like official job. So it sucked that day. So next, how McDonald's food is really made. I guess that's just a topic I want to talk about. How it's actually made on the grill. They just have like a little square fridge right there. It's pretty big, and they just have all the patties. Everything's just frozen. So all you have to do is just grab them, take them out, put on gloves or wash your hands. You just get there, put them on, and then just start putting them on the grill. It's pretty simple how to use the grill. You just press button, blah blah blah. But sometimes you do have to switch it depending. Like if it's breakfast, you have to switch the settings and everything. But they teach you how to do all that. So how the burgers are made, everything's just frozen. The eggs for breakfast, they're some of them are frozen. The round and the scrambled and the white egg whites are all made. Like they're actually made, but they're all like products, I guess. But yeah, mostly everything is frozen, and everything you have to put in a deep fryer. Only the burgers you do on the grill, like the chicken nuggets and the McChickens and all that, and the fish fillet or whatever, you have to put them into the deep fryer. And I got to do that too. I got to learn how to do that. But in my opinion, they were made. I was disgusted once I started working. I'm starting to know how everything was made there. But even though I knew how everything was made and I was disgusted, I would still eat their food because it's pretty good. I must admit, I don't know what they put in it, but it's pretty good. It comes frozen, so you don't know what's in it, but supposedly 100% pure beef, but the world may never know. So then one day I was just working in the kitchen, and my manager, I was about to leave, like it was close to leaving time. My manager comes up to me, and I'm like, "What, you're talking to me?" And she's like, "Yeah." And she says, "Do you want to learn maintenance?" And I'm all like, sure. I really didn't want to say yeah, because she said I had to come in the next day at 2 a.m. So basically I was gonna get off of work and then sleep a little bit and then come in at 2 a.m. So I didn't want to say yeah, but I felt, since I don't know, I just felt like I had to say yes to it, since I put on my application that I was willing to do any position, right? And just because I got hired, I felt like that was the easiest way to get hired, so I put I was open for any position and my schedule was open. And I feel like I really got I got what I signed up for, basically. So I felt obligated to accept that offer, so I did. And also I accepted it because in my mind I was telling myself, if you want to move up in position, you have to learn everything, because I know the managers know how to do the freaking maintenance and all that. I had to learn all that, so I wanted to work my way up to be manager. But in the end, none of that actually was for nothing, because I ended up getting fired. So then, how did I feel about doing maintenance? So there was this guy training me, and he was pretty nice and everything. He would tell me that people thought he was an asshole or blah blah blah, but he was pretty nice. He trained me. He helped me out. He was a good trainer. Shout out to him if he ever sees this video. Shout out to Carlos. No, not Carlos. Yeah, no, I don't know his fucking name. I forgot his fucking name, bro. I don't remember. But he was a good guy, and he trained me. And later on, as the days went by and training, I was working the graveyard shift, or training and working the graveyard shift. I felt like the manager just wanted me to... This is how I felt. I don't know if this are not facts. This is in my opinion. I felt like the manager needed somebody else to do his work, because they were trying to fire him. That's how I felt like. I felt like she just, since they didn't like each other, that's what I found out later, that they didn't like each other. Well, the managers didn't like him, so, I felt like, the reason why they wanted to get a new person is because they wanted to fire him. And I'm not going to say he didn't do a good job, or he did do a good job. He would just, I guess, play around a lot, since his sister worked with him right there. But, it was in the morning, nobody was there, so there was no customers. So it's nothing wrong with that, but the manager, she was still mad. And just I felt like she wanted to fire him, and she wanted me to train me to learn how to do maintenance and filter the oil and do all that, so they could just be like, bye bye, see you, and fire him. But after I got to know him, if I didn't get to know him, I think I would be okay with that. But as I got to know him and got better knowledge of who he was a really nice guy. I felt bad, I'm like, am I really gonna be the reason why this guy gets fired? He's been working here. He dropped out of high school just like me, and he's been working here for years, and they're just trying to get rid of him. And I just felt bad. So that's another factor that played into play on why I ended up wanting to quit. But in the end, I got fired. So was maintenance bad? I feel like maintenance was pretty fun too. It wasn't bad. It wasn't as fun as doing fries or kitchen on the grill, but it was basically you're everybody's bitch, because you organized everything in the dry stock, the frozen stock, and the walk-in freezer, and people just go in there, grab the shit, and throw boxes everywhere, and they didn't break them down. At least they could have broken them down, right? But as you organize them, that's your job, right? To organize the thing, and they unorganized them and shit, and threw everything everywhere. So you also had to throw out the garbage, and it was pretty crappy because there were sometimes bags that were leaking out shit out of them, like not shit, but like coffee or nasty liquids. Also, you had to unload the trucks, and like the McDonald's trucks that brought all the foods and goods into McDonald's. The trucks came twice a week. I don't remember the days for that McDonald's, but it came twice a week, and that's what I had to do too. Everything was fun except filtering the oil. I felt like it was a big responsibility doing the oil. You could have just gotten burned at any moment, and like it would have been some bad burns filtering the oil. And I just did not want to do that. I did not want to fuck up and burn myself, especially because I'm still young, I don't want to burn myself and have to deal with that. If I burn myself, I'm not going to be able to carry my son or do other things. So that's why I felt like it was a big responsibility. I just did not want to hurt myself, or I did not want to fuck up the oil, because in the deep fryer, if you filter the oil for the chicken, when you put the chicken nuggets and all that, there's also in the next one, there's a little spot for the fish fillet. And if you mix both of the oils, you're fucking screwed, because then you have to do everything all over. Like, you just have to filter it again. Well, not filter it, add oil, it's just like, because you can't use that oil, because then the chicken is going to taste like fish, and it's just nasty. So that was a big responsibility. Also, I was scared of when I was filtering the little plate at the bottom would overfill. Once it overfilled when I was training, and I fucking panicked, because I was like, what the fuck? I thought, because I asked him, like, could that overfill, or is it? Because I didn't want it to overfill, and he's like, no, it won't overfill. And next thing you know, it overfills. And I freaking panicked, and I thought he was mad at me because I fucked up, but he said it was all right, and he just cleaned it up, and that was it. But I felt like really bad, since I have anxiety, and I just felt like shit. Everybody was like staring at me. I felt like they were just in their head saying like, what the fuck, this kid just fucked up, like it's so fucking stupid. No offense to anybody that works doing maintenance at McDonald's or something like that, but I felt like why I wanted to quit, I felt like it was a really humiliating job for me in general, because just when you have anxiety, just a lot of shit goes through your head, and everything was just, when I used to go out and throw out the garbage, I would pass by the people that were like in the drive-thru, and since I worked on school days, which I don't go to school, a lot of the kids that go to school would see me, and they would just look at me, and they would walk with their mom, and in my head I'm all like, god damn it, bro, they're probably just like in their head saying, their mom saying to them, "You see, this is why you don't jump out of school. You want to be like that kid over there working at McDonald's, doing some nasty ass work, throwing out the garbage." So that really got to me too, and that was another reason why I wanted to quit. So why I felt it was I explained why I felt it was a big responsibility in filtering the oil. Did I overreact when I wanted to quit and me thinking it was a big responsibility? Yes. Thinking back on it, yes, I did overreact, but I can't use it as an excuse, my sickness or whatever I have. But yeah, my anxiety really fucked me up. It sometimes makes me just panic and overreact over stupid shit or overthink things, and it just sucks. This is why I couldn't stay in school. I couldn't focus, and yeah, that's what happened. How and why I got fired. So I got fired because when I was on my third week, I was on probation. You're on a 30-day probation, basically. Like, you work for a whole month, but you're on probation. If you fuck up, like, not like fuck up, but like if you miss 2 days without calling, you get fired. It's basic, simple rules, right? So I missed 2 days. Well, a few days before that, my son got sick, so I had to take him to the doctor. So then it was my first time dealing with this. I felt so overwhelmed because, I felt sad. I felt like I just wanted to spend more time with my family, like my little family with my girlfriend and my kid. And I was just mostly working. And when I came home, it just sucked because I always found them sleeping. So I just felt like this was not the life for me, but that's what everybody has to deal with in life, and I just had to grow the fuck up. So it just felt bad. It was my first time dealing with this, and I didn't know how to deal with it. I told my manager, but she was understanding at first. But then I just started going into depression again and anxiety. I started having my anxiety again. And I just really wanted to quit. I really did, because I felt like, filtering oil was a big responsibility. But in the end, I did get fired because since I was going through all that depression shit, I missed 2 days without calling. Everybody's like, call, or just go over there and quit. Just don't let them, just don't miss 2 days. And I don't know, I just let everything go, and I missed 2 days, and I didn't call her. I just ignored my manager. She's just like, why didn't you show up? And I just ignored her message. And I fucked up by doing that. So it was nobody's fault I got fired. I got fired because I was stupid, and I let depression get to me, and I let my anxiety get to me. So I got fired. So then the next day was like Monday, and I had to go get my paycheck, right? So I go in, and she's like right there, and she's all like, hand over your apron and your hat. So I had it in the car, so then my dad went to get it, and he gave it to me, and I handed it in. I got my paycheck, and then when I looked at my paycheck, they didn't pay me all my fucking hours, because she sent me to go work at another McDonald's to get trained to filter the oil. And she said to message her when I got there, when I took my break, and when I punched out. And I did, but she did not put in those hours, so I didn't get paid for them. I worked the whole week for free, I guess. And that's what happened. And I was pretty pissed off that day because they didn't pay me my full hours. I mean, for a kid my age, $300 what I got paid was pretty good. 300 something, but since the government takes money, it ended up being 200 and something. But that was a pretty good paycheck, but they still didn't pay me my full hours. That's what I was pissed about. And my dad is still over that, He's not over that. He's like, are you gonna go get your paycheck of the hours they owe you? And I'm all like, I'm fired already. I don't think they're gonna give me shit no more. So I was just mad. I'm all like, fuck them pinches muertos de hambre. They just want to keep the money, so fuck them, keep them. Yep. So that's how I got fired from McDonald's, and my paycheck was pretty shit. Another question for this commentary, I guess, is another topic is, would I ever work at another McDonald's? And my answer to that is yes, I would work at another McDonald's, because it was pretty fun working the grill and fries, and I wish I would have gotten trained on other things instead of jumping straight ahead to do maintenance, which really sucked. Was it a fun job? Yes, it was pretty fun, but in the end, I got fired for being stupid. But yeah, that's my experience working at McDonald's. And if you liked the video, like, comment, and subscribe. And see you guys till next time.